Okay.
Right. Hi. Good morning, everyone. So today, we'd like to speak regarding a subject of penyelidikan perniagaan that we have come up with a research regarding the intention of to purchase organic pet food. So this is our group members. Consist of Nurul Amir Batrisha, me myself, Umu Sumia Fazir, and also Nurha Fatih Najira. So let's proceed. Okay, so we have contents here. We have five point of view that we would like to present it today. First, introduction, literature review, theoretical framework, research methodology, and fifth is analysis, findings, discussion, and limitation. So let's proceed with introduction. So, as we know, among the animals, some of our furry friends like cats, dogs, especially, have become a favorite companions to humans. And for the recent years, humans have trended towards consuming more whole grain, fresh fruits, and vegetables, and resulting in the same trend that with pet food, as the cost is now reduced, among other reasons. So basically, nowadays, pet owners are more reluctant to compromise over their pet's diet because they are concerned regarding their pet's health, and as well as the lifestyle. So to elaborate, there are three main factors that are contributing to the growth of the global organic pet food market. So first is because of physiological benefits of organic pet food. Second is increase in pet health concerns and premiumization. Sorry. So third is worldwide non-organic pet food recalls. Next, what has been studied in this research regarding this topic is basically we have found that the relationship between pets and their owners, it is about how it affects their purchasing behavior and as well as the ingredients of natural pet food. So the previous study has been discussed about these three key points. So we have found that what has not been studied in this current research is we found that the ingredients of organic pet food that has been studied before, we wondered and think about how is the acceptance toward pet daily food from based on pets and owners perspective. So basically we want to know if this organic pet basically if they claim the ingredients is very natural to pet, so how can accept it since they have been consuming and eating the beef, chicken based for so long. So how can they accept this vegetarian or natural food? And second is regarding the price has not been studied in recent research. Third, um, packaging is also refers to the process of designing a package for a consumer product. Yet we need to we it is not being studied in a general in terms of asking the customers preference how they want it the packaging to be like, and part of it the brand reputation is one of the topic that has yet to be discovered in the current research. So why it needs to be studied? So basically we want to study how far the owner will go to sacrifice their money for their pets based on pet attitude segment, which is there is a questionnaire regarding the pet attitude, and it is to observe if the pet has been the family's second child or if they consider the pet is to be a part of the family member itself. And as a result, the attitude toward purchasing organic pet food influences consumer intentions to purchase organic food. Next, it is because of organic pet food more expensive than non-organic pet food. So it is to observe pet owners' behavior in response to the price of organic pet food, whether they are willing to buy or otherwise. Next is packaging. It is the study was conducted to determine what consumer preferences are so that the company can follow the guidelines based on customer feedback. Basically, we would like to ask the customers' preference in terms of okay, what color do you like regarding the packaging, or how does it look like? How do you want to have on the packaging? I mean, like packaging has a lot of categories. So we would like to ask the customers' preference and opinion, and yeah, and this research is assisting the company in designing excellent packaging in order to establish their brand. So that's why we have part of questionnaire asking the brand reputation. Okay, so last but not least, research objective is actually to observe a relationship of pet attitude between pet and owner. It is also to study price perception of pet owner towards price of organic pet food. Third, to determine a brand reputation would influence pet owner to buy organic pet food. And fourth is to determine packaging design is related to pet attitude or attention to buy organic pet food. So this is part of introduction. I would like to pass to my fellow friends for next.
Okay, next we go to the literature review. Next. Okay, the literature involved the to examine the pet organic food that consists of the price, brand, and packaging that influence the attitude and the purchase intention. Many recent articles were discussing on the purchase intention toward the pet's organic food. And also the pet's organic food are actually the natural foods that produced by a method complying with the standard of the organic farming. So next. Okay, so this is a few article that I found from the recent article. So I will explain one by one. So the first one is article, a study on the selection attributes affecting pet food purchase after the COVID-19 pandemic. So this description is this study analyzed the relationship between the selection attributes on pet foods, recommendation and attitude when customer bought the pet food. It's come from the Min Hugh Kwak and Seo So Cha. Okay, a study on selection attributes affecting pet food purchase means they show that the package design, the price fairness, brand reputation, and perception of the product actually the positive, actually in the positive way affecting the attitudes. So in this article, they use the 450 questionnaires and they use the SEM, which is the structural equation model to test the hypothesis. Right, so next, the consumer's attitude and intention towards organic food purchase, and intention of theory of planning plan behavior in gender perspective. Okay, so this description is the variables affecting the consumer attitude to buy organic food that in turn affect the purchasing intention. Means in this article, the variable that affect the consumer's attitude are the organic food price actually. And this attitude will purchase the organic food and also the gender itself. So this data also use a survey method which contain 200 representative or respondent on purchasing in the Surabaya. Okay, next, the brand image and price perception impact on purchase intention, mediating brand trust. So this purpose of this study is to further the investigation, the factors that can influence purchase intention for online universities. Okay, the brand image actually brings the two factors that studied together. The first one is the price perception, and the second one is the brand image with the brand trust as a mediator. Okay, from this article, they collect in the Sumatra, Indonesia, they collect around 400 respondents to give the questionnaire for the test the hypothesis. Okay, so next, the factors influencing consumers' purchase intention toward organic and cloned animal food products. The intention to purchase organic and cloned animals food products was significantly affected by the perceived quality and risk in the food products as compared to the perceived price and packaging. Okay, for the cloned animals and the organic animals food products, the data were collected from the 200 respondents through the pre-test interview schedule or using the sampling method. And the result is indicates that the intention to purchase organic and clones animal foods product was significantly affected because of the perceived quality and the risk for the food products as compared to the perceived price and packaging. Okay, the last one is the price fairness perception and hotels customers behavior intentions. Okay, this study examines the crucial relationship between consumers, price fairness perception and behavior intention in the context of online hotel bookings. Okay, the price fairness hotel, they use a cross-sectional, means they use one of the app samples of the 506 customer of the budget hotel chain in the United Kingdom. Okay, so this article actually analyzed the support of the significant and direct relationship between customer perception of the price fairness and the behavior intentions. Okay, so next.
So next is theoretical framework. So this is the model for our research. From this model, we can conclude that the dependent variables is the intention to purchase organic pet food. The independent variables were brand reputation, price perception, and also package design. While for the mediating variables is a pet attitude. Next. So this is the hypothesis that we developed. There are a total of 7 hypotheses. First is brand reputation is related to pet attitude. Second is price perception is related to pet attitude. Third, package design is related to pet attitude. Fourth is brand reputation induce the intention to purchase organic pet food. Fifth, price perception induce the intention to purchase organic pet food. Sixth, package design induce the intention to purchase organic pet food. Well, 7 is a pet attitude is related with the intention to purchase organic pet food. Next. So this is the reason as to why we decide on the hypothesis. First is in terms of brand reputation. Positive brand reputation fosters loyalty and increases customer trust in your brand and product. Consumers prefer brands that have a good reputation, which directly concerns values and are important to them. For consumers, brand reputation can serve as logical reinforcement when shaping their attitude regarding food consumption. Next is price perception. Consumers' regular purchases of organic food products are lower than those of non-organic food products. Organic food is more expensive than non-organic food because organic food is frequently assigned a premium price. However, due to the rising competition level among the market players, it will force companies to reduce the product prices, which will affect their profits. Next. For pet attitude, we can observe the pet attitude through their pet palatability, preference, and also acceptability. Which type of pet food is sniffed or tested first, amount of food consumed, and intake ratio can determine whether the pets enjoy their food. Lastly is package design. A well-designed package may entice them to try a new brand or product line they've never heard of. Important for attracting customers by displaying labeling information. Informs customer about what they are getting by purchasing the product, such as the ingredients list, the benefit, and the origin of the product. This can assist customers in making their decisions. Next. Next is the research methodology. So how the research was executed. The survey research is used to achieve the proposed research objectives, which are the factors related to the decision-making process of buying organic pet food. A survey research method is a system for gathering data from people in order to compare their attitudes and behaviors. The survey instruments were borrowed from previous studies and adapted for these studies. So for brand reputation, was measured using 11 items. Price perception was measured using 5 items. Package design, 3 items. And pet attitude using 8 items. Next. So next is for data collection instruments. Firstly, primary data, which is questionnaire. The questionnaire were divided into 3 sections, which is section A, B, and C. For section A, it is for general information. It have 11 multiple choice questions. The question included the types of animal owned, preferred medium for purchasing food, pet food, type of purchased pet food, and money spent for pet food. Next is section B, which is factors related to the decision-making process of buying organic pet food. We are using a 7-point Likert scale from 1, strongly disagree, until 7, which is strongly agree. The surveyed characteristic included the price perception, pet attitude, and brand reputation, and also package design. The last section is section C, which is demographic. The variables included in the profiling were gender, ethnicity, nationality, age, marital status, personal income, employment, and also the highest education. Next. Next is secondary data. The sources for our secondary data was extracted from a bunch of journal articles. For example, is these two. The International Journal of Food Properties, which is a study on the selection attributes affecting pet food purchase after COVID-19 pandemic, and also a food quality and preference, consumers' perception of organic food attributes, and cognitive and affective attitude as determinants of their purchase intentions toward organic food. Next. So next is sample and sampling method. As you can see, this table is the demographic characteristics of respondents. Of the 160 respondents, 73.8%, which is N is a sample of the respondent, which is 118 were males, and 26.3% were females. Majority of the respondents were Malay with 92.5%. Next, for nationality, 96.88% were Malaysian, and 3.13% were non-Malaysian. Moreover, most of the respondents were in the age range of 18 to 25, which is 84.4%. The largest personal income was respondent with income between 1,000 to 1,999. Lastly, 90% of the respondents were single. Next. So the data analysis technique, this is the data that we use, which is included packaging design, brand reputation, and also price perception. Next.
Okay, so next is the analysis, findings, discussion, and limitation. So we'll discover what we actually got from this research. So first, for finding, analysis, and the discussion. So as we can see here, we have come up with these SPSS software that giving us the reliability statistic for each section of questionnaire. So actually Chromebug Alpha is a point that we want to measure if this questionnaire and also the items in the questionnaire is acceptable or reliable to us to further the study. So as we can see here, the pet attitude, the first, we have two tables here. The table one is the Chromebug Alpha is 0.749 and number of items is 18. But then we have found out that we have to delete some of the items to get more reliable Chromebug Alpha point. So we have a new point of Chromebug Alpha, which is 0.856, equivalent to number of items 9. So the result shows the reliability statistic for the for the pet attitude Chromebug Alpha is 0.856, and we have to delete 9 item to get this number. And because the esteem here is greater than 0.8, it is more prominent than 0.7 and less than 1. As a result, representing that the information is solid and the model is reliable for further analysis is sufficient. So this is for pet attitude. Next is for section B, questionnaire section B for price perception. So the Chromebug Alpha is 0.876. There is no deleted items in order to get this number. So the result shows the reliability statistic for the price perception. Chromebug Alpha is 0.876 because the esteem here is greater than 0.7 actually, and it is prominent than 0.7 and less than 1. As a result, representing the information is solid as well, and the model is reliable for further analysis is sufficient. Section C, the questionnaire for brand reputation. So we have seen here the Chromebug Alpha is quite high compared to those sections A and B. So the numbers here is 0.963. The items a number is 11. So the result shows the reliability statistic for the price perception reputation actually. For the brand reputation, Chromebug Alpha is 0.963, and since it is greater than 0.9, it is prominent than 0.8 and less than 1. As a result, representing the information is solid and the model is most reliable for further analysis sufficient. It is the most reliable since it is closer to 1 but less than 1. So section D, for packaging design, reliability statistic for Chromebug Alpha is 0.896. The numbers item is 3, and since it is greater than 0.8, it is more prominent than 0.7 and less than 1. As a result, it is also solid and it is reliable for this information for further analysis. So this is for finding, analysis, and discussion. Next is research contribution.
Okay, so next is a research contribution. Okay, research contribution is this study reveals some of the factors that influence the purchasing intention of the pet's organic foods, which is the price perception, the brand, and the packaging. And the pet's organic food can save from the air pollution and the greenhouse, which means the environment itself. The customer also happy, can also happy to invest more on the organic pet foods, even though it's too pricey than the others, because it can help the pets from eating. It can help the pet to eating the good things and the food, and it's useful for the environment. The work from the air pollutions. The next. Okay, so next is research limitation. The first one is a limited information access, which means affected by the various limitation. The first one is the measurement of the pet food, pet food attitude, which only show the organic or, organic the price perception, the brand, and the packaging. And there are not to mention about the useful of the product itself. And the next is the size of the sample. Size of the sample means the total of the samples in these articles only 160, which means it's relatively a small the size of the sample. Okay, then takes a longer time to get a respondent. Actually, it's quite difficult to gather the data since the time taken is longer, which means it's take for 1 month to complete the questionnaire. So, so not all the answer given can be used in the data, such as in the section A. Right. So next. Okay. So this is the last one, the future research. In the future, the research actually can develop more on the pet's attitude, which is not only research based on the price perception, brand, and the packaging only. They can changing their food from the meats and from the meat to the vegetarian. Okay, so the next one is how the consumer accept the organic food pet. The explanation is the earlier. Okay, the changing their food. The consumer actually want to know the acceptance of the to the organic food, which the pets usually eats the fish, the beef and chicken as their base foods, which pet food or a normal food. But then when it changed to the organic food, is it still a useful the organic food for health of the pets? Okay. All right. So that's all. Thank you.